Live from Golden Eagle Stadium on the campus of Del Oro High School, Touchdown Productions, celebrating 16 years of local sports television, is proud to present NU Miner football. Tonight, your NU Miners take on last season's SFL champions, the Del Oro Golden Eagles. It's the second to the last SFL contest, and all the action starts right here, right now. It's your NorCal Game of the Week. The Miners play on the road once again this week and travel to Loomis to take on the Del Oro Golden Eagles. Good evening, football fans, wherever you are across our wide world audience. This is Paul Brown sitting in for the good man Jim Adams, who decided to take a week off. And alongside me tonight is Scott Hopper. Our executive producer and director, as always, is Gilbert N. Dominguez. And he is joined by our regular sports team of Daniel Paddock, Paul Town, and Remington King. Scott, the Miners are coming off two big games where they ran the ball all over the other teams, and both teams are now in the bottom of the league.
That's right, Paul. The Miners exploded in the last two games and are playing their best football of the year. And it's just in time because there are no easy games from here on out. Tonight it's Del Oro Golden Eagles. Next week it's the league-leading undefeated Granite Bay Grizzlies.
Before we start thinking about Granite Bay, the Miners need to take care of business tonight and stay in the hunt for the postseason.
And that's what Del Oro is thinking as well, Paul. Their 21-7 loss to Granite Bay means they can finish no better than second place. And they still have Rockland to play next week, which defeated NU back in earlier in the season.
Yeah, a couple of weeks back. And meanwhile, Granite Bay should have an easy time tonight against Wood Creek, which means the Niners need a victory tonight to hold on and keep their position.
Well, you know, let me tell you this. Both teams are high-powered, so it will be up to the defense to see who can contain Del Oro and give the Miners a chance to put points on the board. They will need to win this game.
Right you are. So the table is set, Hop, and it's the Miners' high-powered offense again against the Del Oro defense. Be sure to watch tonight's game and all of our telecasts on the Game of the Week on YouTube, beginning on Saturday morning around 9 o'clock. So there you have it. We have a coin toss, we have the national anthem, and we'll kick it off. Coming straight up ahead, it's Nevada Union against Del Oro right here on the Touchdown Productions Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Jason Hommel from the JH Mint. We have boxes of silver American Eagles that people buy by the truckload to protect their portfolios from inflation. Our new X-ray F-gun can assay your gold ring in seconds. You can contact us online at jhmint.com. We have up-to-the-minute prices available in-store and online, or you can visit us in Grass Valley, down in Auburn, closer to Sacramento. You can also sign up to our email newsletter at silverstockreport.com. Inflation is picking up steam, and you need silver and gold to protect yourself from inflation. You can get silver and gold right here at JH Mint.
The Owl has been part of Mill Street for 132 years. The hand-carved Austrian cherrywood bar was built in 1880, and the food has become legendary with entrees including steak and prawns cooked to perfection.
We put 3 new HD TVs in the bar and the lounge area. We're going to be starting a Monday Night Football special. We'll have different specials in the bar.
And enjoy a great meal with family and friends at the new Owl Grill and Saloon. We're at SPD Market in Nevada City asking people what they like about SPD.
I love SPD Market because I know all the people here and I've been coming here for a long time. I do all my socializing here and they're just a great community supporter.
I like SPD Market because it's like coming home and seeing all the people I've known for years.
And that's why people love SPD Markets in Nevada City and Grass Valley.
Are you ready to buy or sell your home or property? Placer Title is your local title and escrow company located right here in the heart of Nevada County. We combine the stability of a national insurer with all the benefits of on-site title and escrow professionals. Being voted the best title company by the Union Readers for the past 7 years is a true testament to our local roots and unparalleled customer service. Stop by one of our 2 convenient locations and thank you for keeping your business local.
Also by the Owl United Way on Thursday, November 1st, the United Way of Nevada County is presenting an evening out at the Owl Grill and Saloon in Grass Valley. 25% of the proceeds for your dinner will go directly to the United Way. So we'll see you this Thursday night at the Owl Grill and Saloon for an evening out with the United Way of Nevada County.
And we're back now here at Golden Eagle Stadium on the campus of Del Oro High School. There is our NU crowd. Big crowd tonight on both sides. Beautiful stadium, and they are looking forward to an excellent football game, like we said in the pregame. Whoever wins this game tonight will be setting its plate for second place and a slot in the playoffs upcoming. Let's do a quick review now while we watch them practice here before the game. Let's talk about the Sierra Foothill League, Hop.
Okay. Well, right away we have Granite Bay, who has really had an easy time so far with their opponents, including the team that we're seeing here tonight in Del Oro. The Miners yet to play. We have them up next week. Rockland, obviously, the last time we all got together for a show, we saw the Miners get defeated by Rockland, who sit at 2-1. And then again, we have the Miners and Del Oro, and that's why this game is so important, Paul.
Those 3 teams in the logjam there for second place. Whoever emerges as the victor probably will get that spot in the playoffs. So we'll review the games that we've had so far this season when we come right back. This is the Touchdown Productions Sports Network.
Hi, my name's Mark from Swayze's Public Wholesale at 140 East McKnight Way. At Swayze's, we have all kinds of automotive tools. We have all kinds of fasteners, 3 different pitches of metrics. We have safety equipment. And don't forget our glove world. We carry over 600 styles of gloves. If your canopy was damaged this winter, we have all the parts and supplies to fix and repair it or expand it. It's Swayze's Public Wholesale. We have everything you need for everything you do. Open every day, 8 to 5 on the weekdays, open till 4 on the weekends.
Mike Bratton is the neighbor you can count on for your most important insurance decisions, 24 hours a day.
The first step begins with a phone call. Hi, I'm Mike Bratton, your good neighbor State Farm agent, and I look forward to hearing from you. Since 1984, my team and I have been educating clients and developing long-term relationships through personalized and professional guidance on their insurance programs. We will put you in the driver's seat and strive to enhance each encounter you have with us.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
The fun starts at Top This, your premier accessory outfitter for truck, RV, marine, and fishing. Top This is Grass Valley's only outfitter with access to millions of products and the knowledge to help you choose what's right for you. They're serious about outfitting your truck, boat, or RV. As for fishing, talk to Chuck. Top This, your premier accessory outfitter for truck, RVs, marine, and fishing. The Hauser family reminds you if it's round, rubber, and it rolls, then you're sure to find it at Plaza Tire and Auto Service. From regular car and truck tires to small specialty tires for your trailers and golf carts, you can trust Plaza Tire has the tire for you. They stake their reputations on it every day. Plaza Tire and Auto Service. Auto repair done on your schedule, not theirs, in Penn Valley, Nevada City, and in Colfax. And of course, brought to you by Touchdown Productions, the foothill leader in sports television. This is Gil Dominguez saying thanks for joining us tonight, and be sure to stay with us after the game when we announce the Bill Slade & Sons Trucking Player of the Game, created by Stuckey Engravers. Once again, the Touchdown Productions sports team will select the most deserving NU player and honor them with a beautiful plaque made by Stuckey's. So stay tuned after the game for the Bill Slade & Sons Trucking Player of the Game Award, created by Stuckey Engravers, and coming up immediately after this exclusive telecast.
here on the field now. The coin toss has just been completed. Hop, what was the result of that?
Okay, the result was Del Oro did win the coin toss. They did defer, and they will kick. And they will, and you will be taking the ball, or receiving the ball from the end where the scoreboard is.
Looks like we're just about ready to have our national anthem. And so we will stand. Del Oro Band is going to provide some entertainment here prior to the national anthem.
And the smoke that you see on the screen is from the barbecue.
Is that where it's from?
That's what it's from. There's a trail right here.
It also smells real good.
This job comes with a per diem of a snack or something, doesn't it, from the barbecue?
So let's talk about Granite Bay. Granite Bay defeated Del Oro by a score of 21-7 last week and inched their way up. They had won their fourth consecutive game. We'll discuss that further once we've completed our national anthem.
Marching band plays our national anthem.
Very nice rendition of the national anthem as performed by the Del Oro Band. So let's talk one more time as we look at the crowd here, Bob, about where everybody stands here in the Sierra Foothill League. And let's briefly review the results of the games we've had so far this year for NU. Like I said previous to break, Granite Bay inched its way up by defeating this Del Oro team 21-7 last week. Granite Bay was coming off a double overtime win of Rockland the previous week, so they are definitely in the driver's seat here at 3-0. I don't see any way they're not going to make the playoffs at this juncture as we see the teams going on the field. This year, NU defeated McQueen 27-10, then they went to Grant and a surprising 37-7 win. Took a 1-point loss at Pleasant Grove, 28-29. Then Chico came in town and they won 38-30, but that's a lopsided score. They should have won by much more than that. Then Elk Grove, they lost 19-43. Rockland, they took a loss. Wood Creek and Roseville, like we said already, they won. And now we have the Del Oro Eagles, and they will receive. Long kickoff, and that is Humphers getting a fake, and he'll go up the field. This is Ian Davis, number 24, faking the handoff to Humphers, and Davis will lay the ball down on about the 29. Kyle Cota under center. The quarterback, senior, phenom that we have watched all season. 1,756 throwing yards this year, 60% completions. He'll be taking the snaps. Spread wide left is Marks. Cota will throw. First pass is complete to his favorite receiver, Ian Davis, number 24.
Tackled by number 21, Troy Kahn. Gain of 9 on the play. Second down and 1.
Plays typically come in from Coach Dave Humphers from the sideline. In the backfield, Tanner Vallejo. Vallejo will take the handoff on the right side. And Big Tanner will get about 4 yards. And he'll move the chains. First plays from scrimmage result in a first down for the Miners.
At the 45-yard line.
Cota taking the handoff to Vallejo, taking the ball himself over the right side. Pick us up a couple. We don't see the option play very often on this offense, Hop. I like that. Cota's a good scrambler.
He is a good scrambler, but one surprising statistic for him is that he's averaging less than a yard a carry on the season, and he's carried the ball 46 times.
He is definitely known for his passing, then his running. Fading to the right, rolling out, looking for his receiver, and another great catch on the right sideline. Ian Davis showing why he's got 978 yards this season. He catches the ball, his hands like fly paper. And here's a replay, Hop.
I mean, just to show that how Davis is instrumental in Cota's passing attack. Cota has completed 105 passes.
And now it's back to live action. And this time we've got a running play. That was Vallejo going up the sideline.
Getting back to that story, Davis has 55 of his 105 completions. Primary target.
Wow, that's impressive. More impressive, this opening drive here by the Miners. Cota under center. He'll hand off. This is Humphers, number 8, getting a couple.
Number 8, Hank Humphers carrying.
Humphers, the last of the Humper boys coming through the program. I think personally he's the best of the bunch. Started playing as a sophomore, now he's in the backfield. Humphers 59 carries on the season. He will split out left. Vallejo in the backfield right. And I think we're going to have a offsides. Is that offensive, Hop?
It definitely looked like the offensive guard moved early.
And it will be marched off 5 yards against Nevada Union. Nevada Union has had a problem this year with penalties.
It's tough to be consistent, put together a consistent drive down the field with the flags.
Let's see if they can overcome it. This is 2nd and 15, and it looks like we'll have another penalty. And once again, they will march it off against the Miners. An excellent drive. It started now is suffering from 2 penalties, and they're staring at 2nd and 20. Cota looking at Davis left. Getting some time now, throws long. And he does catch the ball in the corner. That's Austin Marks. What a catch. The ball was batted around and Marks caught it, I believe, while he was on his back. Tipped and then tipped again. Austin Marks moves the chains for the Miners, and now they're in scoring position here on the 9-yard line, and again they're offsides.
That was an amazing catch for that young man. Timely catch.
We couldn't see it here. It was kind of in the corner. A lot of people standing around the sideline, so it was tough to see. But what we do know is Marks did come down with the football. And we also know there's been another 5-yard penalty. The Miners can't seem to get their rhythm on their ball snaps. First down now and goal. Cota looking to hand off with nowhere to go. Giving it to Humphers. So either they're moving forward in big gobs or they're moving backwards now. The Miners, second down and goal. Eagles managing to clog up the middle, giving them nothing on the running game. So Cota's going to go back to the pass, getting some time but not much, and tripping, not able to look up and find the football is Humphers. And we'll have third down.
The Miners are doing a nice job giving Cota time to throw back there. It did look like Humphers made a cut and stumbled, or the pass looked like it was right on target.
Well, they've got third and goal now. We have a kicker that has plenty of legs from this distance if they can't score. Looking across the middle now, finding his receiver. It's going to be Marks again, number 82, across the middle. He'll get down to about the 3, it looks like. And it'll be 4th and 3. Let's see what Coach Humphers decides to do. He's going to send in Sill, number 6, the gifted place kicker. And he'll come in for a field goal. This is just a chip shot for him. I would say he's in the 70 or 80% range, and he does pump it through. So the Miners are on the board first tonight. Not able to get in the end zone, but they certainly put points on the board. 3 points for the Miners.
And Cota traditionally likes to go to Ian Davis, but he found Austin Marks 2 times in very critical positions. Marks, coming into the game, had 3 catches, but he had 2 on that drive.
Marks, their big tight end, is 6'4", 200 pounds senior. He's a big target. He does get open, and Cota likes to go to him, but if you saw Hop, Cota looked off his primary receiver. He wants to go to Ian Davis most every time. When he looks off at Davis, he looks for Marks. And that time, Marks was able to come up with the ball across the middle.
And here we're looking at our YouTube Game of the Week scoreboard. The Miners are on top, 3-0, with 7:20 to play in the first.
So Sill will tee the ball up. Typically he pumps it in beyond the end zone, so rarely is there ever a run back with this gifted kicker. And once again, that will be the case. So the Golden Eagles will take over on the 20-yard line. Let's take a look at the replay here, Hop, on the big catch.
And here he is throwing the ball. And there's Marks.
Marks straight across the middle.
And he held on to the ball. Nice catch. Real nice catch.
And also a great pass. Cota is a pinpoint placement passer. I'd like to have been I could have been a wide receiver with that guy thrown at me. So taking over, Del Oro. That's number 11 coming across. That's LeBar, the quarterback, and LeBar hit Kyle Wells, number 10, his tight end, for a big gain to start the game. In the backfield, number 33, Frankham Clark. And number 32, Brandon Monroe, will do the running back duties.
We do have a Miner down. Oh, he's up.
Looks like
that's Tyler Stroud.
Yeah, Stroud.
Outside linebacker.
He doesn't look like he's terribly hurt, but he's limping a little bit as he's coming off the field. Zach LeBar, quarterback, for the Eagles. What kind of stats does LeBar have, Pop?
Okay, we're looking at 70 attempts with 40 completions, so roughly a little better than 50%. He has 657 yards on the season with 5 TDs and 2 picks. So I'd say he's a very good, high-quality quarterback here for the Eagles.
LeBar hands off. Juking. The ball's on the ground now, it looks like, and there's a fumble. Covered by the Eagles, so it will be second down and about 1. Eagles moving the ball in the backfield. It's Brendan Monroe, number 32 in the I-back. They're going to give it to Monroe. Up the left side, finding some room. And again, the Golden Eagles are moving the football on the ground.
Both rushes, the running back has made a very nice cutback as soon as he got to the linebacker.
Well, we've seen this defense in the first quarter. NU has had trouble stopping the run against some teams. Let's see if they can hold. Still under the ball. LeBar fakes into the line. He looks to pass. Now he's going to pull it down and run. Hit on the far side over there. That's number 53, Cameron Thompson. I beg your pardon, it's Townsend. Cameron coming in from his left linebacker spot to make the tackle. Second and about 8. Beautiful evening here, Del Oro High School. Home of the Golden Eagles. 6:10 left in the first quarter here. Del Oro down 3-zip in their first possession. LeBar hands off on the draw. Looking for some room is Monroe. Monroe, very cagey, gets to the left side. He's going to find himself some room. I don't think anybody's going to touch him. He's going to go in. Number 32, Brandon Monroe. Very deceptive runner, goes left and then all the way across the field right to find running room down the sideline. And the Golden Eagles score in the first quarter with 5:54 left.
It looked like the Miners had him caged against the sideline, but he did an incredible cutback.
And they'll pump it through for the extra point. The Miners having trouble tackling tonight. They'd better sew up that seam before too long, because this guy Monroe, he's got speed and he's got agility.
The Golden Eagles do come into the game a run-first offense. From the line of scrimmage, they've run 306 yards times, and they passed at 110. We're taking a look at that incredible run by Monroe.
Now watch him come left here. Finds himself boxed up. There's white jerseys all around him. Stops and can make a move where he can actually come back and go left again. This is very rare in a halfback. Finds himself some blockers on the right side now and takes it to the house. Brandon Monroe.
There was only one guy that touched him that entire time. And he only had to give up 2 yards on the cutback.
So the Eagles will kick off here. Looking for a return. Short squibber. It's a spinner. Taken to the 30-yard line. That'll be Austin Marks. So NU now will take over. Now we've got something going on in the field. We have a flag down. No. Just a ball placement decision by the official. In comes Coda. The ball will be placed on the 36-yard line.
On the opening drive, the Miners did have 4 penalties for 20 yards. They need to clean that up.
Quick hitter on the line, that's Vallejo. Let's watch that touchdown. This is worth watching again. Real speed now. Watch this. This guy Monroe is really special. First to the left and cutting all the way back across the field. Second down now. Cota rolling right, looking for his receiver, finding him out there, and Cota just overshoots Ian Davis, who had beat his defender.
And just to give you an idea on this guy, Brandon Monroe, he's 6'1" and he's 195 pounds, so he's not a small guy. Really nice run.
Cota bringing him in the huddle. Davis left in the backfield. Humphers and Vallejo. Vallejo going to protect and overthrown again. Very rare. Kyle Cota missing Austin Marks. So a 3 and out by the Miners, and they'll be kicking away. Number 6, Sill, will drop back. Sill has a leg that easily can reach the end zone from this place on the field. He's on about his 25-yard line. Good high booming kick, a fair catch is called for, and it goes to the ground. He will recover though. Danny Becker back there to receive the punt, and the Eagles will take over on about their 15-yard line.
Sill comes into the game kicking the ball 21 times, and he's averaging 34 yards a kick. That was about 48 yards there.
So let's see if the Miner defense can shore up the holes and stop this running game and Monroe. Quick handoff to the left side, and Monroe gets nothing. Coach Humphers walking the sideline. You can see him talking to the official down by the yardage marker. He is one to make adjustments when he sees that he needs to change something in his defense, and they can go to 1 or 2 different defenses. Second down now and about 8. LeBar looking to throw, throws it into a crowd, and it's brought down. Wow, that's one heck of a catch. Tyler Matier goes up in a crowd to bring that ball down. Across the way, we see the white band and the pink of the cheerleaders on the Del Oro side just going crazy. Heck of a pass by LeBar. 1st and 10 from about midfield. LeBar looks out right. Quick pass outside. Again, that's Matier. Matier picks up about 8 on the quick pass right. Miner defense is yet to stop this Eagles team. Now same pass to the other side. This time it's to number 32, and he makes a move to the outside. He's going to score. Number 32, Brendan Monroe, is way more than this Miner defense can handle. Beautiful play to the left side, quick pass out. Defender sagging off on the left side. That was Gareth Noxon out there defending. And he takes the ball and takes it down the field. In to kick the extra point, Skylar Rand pumps it through. So it's 14-3 now in favor of the Eagles, and this is not the start that we are looking for. Hop, here's the replay.
It is the replay, and it's a quick pass out to Monroe, who's isolated one-on-one, and he just went straight up the field.
There's no one around him.
Cut back. KG runner. And then once he did get some pressure on him upfield,
he just outruns everybody.
It's it. Cut back. Boom. He's gone. Great speed. So there we are with the YouTube scoreboard game of the week. Del Oro 14, Nevada Union 3. Del Oro has scored on both of its offensive possessions.
Yeah, the Miners defense is yet to stop this team scoring on both of their possessions, like you say. So back to kick off again. Mason Hooms will kick for the Eagles. Hooms kicked a spinner last time and kicks another one. It'll be short and it will be returned. That is Jake Berger coming in around the sideline, cutting back and getting nowhere. Miners will start on their own 9-yard line. This Miner team has an offense that can score quickly and can score often. 14 points, being down 11 is nothing for this offensive team. Kyle Cota has missed a couple of passes tonight. One to Ian Davis that easily could have scored. Let's see where they go. Faking the handoff, and now out. Ball is tipped at the line of scrimmage. Looking for Humphers.
It looked like the defensive lineman there, Jonathan Francombe Clark, got a hand on the ball.
That's a mouthful. Francombe Clark. He's a big boy.
6 foot, 225.
Second down. That's Humphers in motion. They're going to give it to Vallejo, and Vallejo is going to try to jam his way up the middle. Gets nothing. So 2 plays result in about 1.5 yards for the Miners, and they'll go for a 3rd down and long here, deep in their own territory. Let's take a look at that replay, Hop.
Okay. This is Vallejo just taking it right up the gut. But that line, they're not having anything to do with this running game.
Now Cota looks for his pass, and he's got him there. No! Marks had beat his man. Cota tried to hit him, and just over the outstretched fingers of Marks. So another 3 and out for the Miners. Getting a little greedy and going long there that time to Marks, but they'll have to punt the ball. Still on the field. And the very dangerous number 32, Brandon Monroe, back to receive the punt. And actually it's a fake. And they didn't make it. So the Riverboat Gambler, Dave Humphers, decides to fake the punt. Jason Murray taking off with the football. And Nevada Union will have to defend from about the 19-yard line. Make that the 16-yard line. In the backfield, Monroe. He's got the ball on the right side, finding some room. Darn near down and scores. A flag goes up. Let's see what this is all about. We can't see that back corner, but we'll see what's happening with this penalty. It looks like they're going to march it off against the Golden Eagles. Then they're heading in that direction. It's a personal foul holding call. And for the Miners, it's just what the doctor ordered. Ball will be placed on about the 16-yard line. Miners defense, Vallejo in the middle. Monroe, first right then left, finding a hole towards the middle, gets about 5 yards. Coach Casey Taylor for the Golden Eagles, he's got himself a horse, and he's going to ride this guy Monroe until this horse is somehow stopped by the Miner defense. Third down now, and they can get a first down before they score. They need about 5. If the Miners are going to hold, this is the time. Lamar under the ball, looking to pass, and he is first held up, and now he's going to get just a little past the line of scrimmage. It's hard for us to see. I don't think he got enough for the first down. So it'll make it 4th and about 1. Here's the replay.
Let's take a look at this again. They had pressure on him.
They had him there, Hop.
Number 66 was all over him. That's TJ Hart. And Tanner Vallejo in on the stop.
Vallejo coming cleaning up. It's too bad Hart couldn't have got him in the backfield. They're going to go for it. They're going to give it to Monroe, and Monroe's going to get it. He needed about a half a yard, and he can get that in his sleep, it would appear. And Monroe's going to get the first down, so the Miners are going to have to hold them now on about the 4-yard line. The clock is winding down, 25 seconds left in the first quarter. They're going to try to get this play off before the quarter. Hand it off to Monroe. He's snaking out and now back in, and he gets in as a touchdown. So the NU Miners give up their 3rd touchdown in the first quarter. They have nothing that seems to be able to stop this guy, Monroe, as Skylar Rand comes on the field to kick the extra point, and it's good. 11 seconds left in the first quarter. Scoreboard shows 21-3 Miners. Here's the replay, Hop. We can see it from field level.
The thing I'm very impressed with is this is the pass play where he broke the tackle, came around the corner, a lot of pursuing white jerseys, but it was Vallejo in on the stop at the end.
Had TJ Hart been able to hold him in the backfield, probably would have resulted in a field goal try, but that's past history now. The Miners, who typically have a weak first quarter, I have not seen them come back from 21 points this season so far, but they certainly had the firepower to do it. The question really is, Hop, is can this defense hold these Golden Eagles?
Well, it's not like they're throwing a lot of razzle-dazzle at them. They're just taking Brandon Monroe and just handing him the ball.
There's the kickoff. It's going to be rallied up by Berger, and Berger's going to have to fall on it at the 5-yard line. Not the return that Coach Humphreys was looking for. So Coach Humphreys knows that he's got one play before the quarter, but what he needs now, Hop, is he needs a sustained drive. He just needs to get something working so his team gets a little confidence on the field. They've had 3 consecutive 3-and-outs, and they need to get a first down. Here they come. Coda handing off. They give it to Humphreys, and Humphreys doesn't get much. Play slow and developing. Humphreys going to the right. And that will be the quarter.
Well, in the first quarter, it's obvious that the Miners are not going to be able to run the ball up the middle. The pass play is there. Cota will settle down. He's certainly a very skilled quarterback. And there we're taking a look at our YouTube game of the week scoreboard. And the end of the first, we're looking at 21-3 in favor of the host team, the Golden Eagles of Del Oro.
So there we see PAG. Keep this date open in November 1st through the 4th and the 9th through the 11th as the Nevada County Performing Arts Guild presents The Prince and the Pauper at the Center for the Arts. We'll see you there. Looks like it'd be really fun. Should take my kids to that.
Okay, as we come back in, the crowd is certainly looking for some inspiration.
They're looking for something to get excited about here. Miners looked very, very good on their first drive. But you know, Cota has missed some of his receivers by fractions that could have resulted in big plays. Let's see if they can get out of the end zone now. Throwing across the middle. He finds Marks. Marks getting a good gainer, and he will move the chains.
It looks like he's switched gears this week and looking for Marks as to be his primary.
Well, if you've noticed, they've got double coverage out on Ian Davis. Davis is an excellent receiver, but if you're going to dedicate 2 defensive backs to him, he's not going to get open much. Marks is a great big target. And he's coming off the line. He can manhandle that linebacker as he leaves the line. So he does get open just out of his brute strength in the shotgun. Davis looking over the middle again, finding Berger. Berger has some room, looking back inside, and he'll move the chains again. 2 big plays for the Miners. Jake Berger, gain of about 23 yards, Hop.
You know, on the stop there, that was Brandon Monroe again. The guy is everywhere.
Typical when you have a great athlete on your team that he's going in both ways, and he's an important player on both sides of the ball. Davis in the shotgun. It's the wraparound draw. And I believe that was Vallejo getting his first significant yardage of the game. Vallejo getting 6 on that. It'll be 2nd and 4. Miners finding some energy, mounting a drive here. Jason Murray coming off the field. Vallejo in the backfield, and now there's going to be a timeout. Miners. Coach Humphreys didn't like something he saw, or maybe they were taking too long to bring the play in. But they'll bring the crew over the sideline and have a chat.
This is a very important drive for them to answer to the 21-3 scoreboard.
They got to get something on the field, but what they have going right now is Cota is hitting these passes that he's been throwing over the head of his receivers.
And it's not like he hasn't had time. The front line has done a wonderful job protecting him so far.
Coach Humphreys in his classic bucket hat. We've seen that season after season. This is a fine football coach, friends. 2 championships that we have covered. This is a leader here. His teams love him, and maybe the officials don't so much, but we have Davis under center now. Flags on the field. Did you see what happened there, Hop? Was the offsides again?
We're going to find out. Marching 5 yards. illegal procedure.
So the penalties coming into play for the Miners. The Eagles yet to have a penalty. Davis looking to the left. He's got some room in the middle. He's got to get away, and he doesn't. Sacked in the backfield. That play took a little too long to develop. I believe the play, Tyler Meter on the tackle, but I believe the play actually, he was looking for Garth Noxon. Wide receiver had single coverage on the left. He was looking down the field when he was finally sacked. So we've got 3rd down now and about 12 yards. $9:50 on the clock, 2nd quarter. Another flag now, and
it's like too much time.
The foot shooting continues for the Miners. They have something going here, Hop, and 3rd down now and 20.
This is almost a carbon copy to their open drive.
A drive that they should have scored and came up short by 1 yard. Let's see what they come up with. Got Davis far left. They're going to look for him. They want to go downfield and nothing there. Coda end up just throwing the ball in the middle of the field and throwing it away. So it'll be 4th down. And what started out looking so good with some excellent long pass plays, mostly to Austin Marks, will now result in a sill punt. Miners desperately looking for a turnover now. They need to stop this team from scoring again before this game gets completely out of reach. Sills taking the snap. Not so good a kick that will end up out of bounds. And the Eagles will take over on about the 45-yard line.
So they'll start with the short field here with 9:37 to go with 21-3 on the scoreboard. I don't think it was that bad an idea to kick that ball out of bounds and keep that ball away from Brandon Monroe, who has been the workhorse tonight.
The Eagles coming back on the field now. Their offense has scored the last 3 possessions. Labar still under center. Zach Labar will take the snap, looks for the out pass. That's number 16, Michael Monroe, and he throws the ball to Danny Becker. A double pass play out to the left, and Becker all by himself. No one saw that one coming.
And the rule is there on the first pass you can throw and throw again as long as the receiver is behind the first passer. A little trickery here tonight.
It's not like the Golden Eagles need it, but it results in another score, and this game now is getting out of control. Miners down 27-3, 9 minutes, 28 seconds left in the 2nd quarter. Here's a replay.
Take a look at that again.
Now watch the pass. It'll come right at us here, Hop.
And he drops back, and let's take a look at here at number 16. He is well behind the quarterback as the receiver there, which allows him the opportunity to throw the ball. Incredible.
Looks down the field and
here's
hey,
the receiver.
Guess what?
Oh, there's nobody within 20 yards of him.
He's got time to do yard work down there. There's nobody around him.
And that's Danny Becker taking it in. So let's take a look here. We have the YouTube Game of the Week scoreboard. First quarter, Del Oro scored 21, and you had 3, and we have 7 put on the board just now on that double pass play by Del Oro. And we have 0 for NU, who definitely needs to get something going here.
There's the scoreboard. Next week, we'll be going to Placer High School Class are undefeated against Center, which should be a very, very good football game. And Del Oro will kick. Again, there will be a return. That's Marks for his second return of the game. Marks will get out to about the 24-yard line. Let's see that touchdown one more time, Hop, in real time.
Incredible. So the quarterback will just drop back, two-step drop, fire it to number 16, and then he finds Danny Becker about 45 yards downfield at the 20 and just waltzes in for the score.
And Becker knows that's going to be a money play as soon as he leaves the line of scrimmage and finds out that he's got nobody following him. Coda looking long. They're going to try and get it all back in one play, and they've got Berger, and Berger makes a great catch. If you got to have somebody to pick this team up, that'll start it. Berger makes the catch of the season for him. Coming across the field, going up, two hands, thumbs together, and brings in a beautiful catch.
That's Berger's 5th catch on the season and could not have come at a better time.
He may have had one earlier. So, Coda, you can see the team picking up a little bit with their enthusiasm after that catch. Coda looking over the middle. There's Berger again. He spins away, and he's going to get down to about the 18-yard line. Coda looking for a play from the sideline. Enthusiastically heads back for the huddle. This team can score, and they get yardage in big gobs. Let's see if they can keep from shooting themselves in the foot with penalties. In the gun, hands off this time. Here's a shot of that first Berger catch, Hop, and you gotta love this. Look at this.
He just elevates and extends, and he touched it to slow it down and then brought it in. Nice job.
Like a center fielder. Second down now, not much on that first play. Coda should stay in the air. Linemen need to stay set so there's no penalty here. Coda looking for the middle, finding nothing. Now he's going to run the ball. Tries a quick pass out to Jason Murray, which is ill-advised. So now we've got third down. This is going to definitely be 4-down territory. Down 25 points. Incomplete pass stops the clock.
Coda did not have much time to throw on that play. He was under a tremendous amount of pressure and tried a little broken play antics.
From the gun, double handoff in the middle, finally ends up with Humphers. That was a quick handoff to Vallejo, then off to Humphers.
Well, it looked like there was a flag thrown on the near side. Looks like it'll go against the Miners.
So they're discussing whether they're going to accept this penalty or not. They will refuse, and it'll be 4th down. So we got a 4th down and 8, critical 4th down and 8. One thing for sure, you're not going to see Sill come on the field for a field goal. It's certainly within his range, but they need a touchdown now just to get back into this. Coda needs 9 yards desperately, and he has one play to do it. In the backfield, Vallejo. Looking left, now right, into the end zone. He's got his receiver at touchdown, NU. Ian Davis coming up big here for NU, and the crowd finally has something to get excited about.
Looked like Davis started on the far side, came all the way across the field to the corner route.
Sill lines up back, and somebody moved on the line again, so that's going to back him up a bit more. It won't make much difference to Sill, but they need to plug that hole, Hop. Somebody is moving in on that line of scrimmage. It's cost them now about 25 yards. So the attempt will come now back 5 more yards. And the snap is fumbled by number 4. Kyle Cota could not handle the snap, so the score remains 9-28. But the good news is the Miners moved the ball that time and find themselves a score. Here's a replay.
Take a look at the touchdown here. Fake to Vallejo. Lots of time in the backfield for Cota. Allowed him the opportunity to find Davis as he was cutting across the field for the touchdown for the Miners. First touchdown of the game.
And Davis finding the handle. I think the primary reason that Davis was open was Cota had so much time back there. He had 4, maybe even 5 seconds to look the field over and give Davis a chance to clear, and then finding him, knowing that if he gets anywhere near him, he's going to catch the ball. So the Miners, with 7:30 left in the second quarter, are able to reel in this Del Oro team slightly, putting 9 points up on the scoreboard, and Sill will kick off. Sill with his normal thundering kick into the end zone.
So Del Oro has scored on all 4 of their possessions so far in the game. It's really going to come down to the defense here to get a stop, to give Cota a chance to come back on the field and bring this thing back.
Yeah, the most underused player on this team so far is the punter. He has yet to be on the field because the defense has yet to stop them. Under center, LeBar, he'll hand off to Monroe, and Monroe, for the first time today, is stopped for a loss. Humphers, from his right linebacker position, makes the stop. Split wide out now. That's number 8, Meter, and Monroe. They'll throw it out fast to Monroe, who will get a running start and get 10, 20, 35 yards. They finally bring him down at midfield. Defenders are not up on him at all. He had a wide open field. Nobody touched him for the first 10 yards, Hop.
It looks like Noxon is isolated against him, and he is extremely quick.
If we have that on replay, we do have a replay. Now look, there is no defender up to put a bump on him. He has the wide open field. You can't give a receiver, you can't give a talented back like that much room. He's going to eat you alive. Very good receiver. Midfield now, Eagles, hand off. This is Monroe. He's hit immediately and down. Humphers coming in to make the stop. Dalton Ruckman also in there. Wouldn't be surprised if they go to that quick pass to the flats. Out left, number 13, Danny Becker. Monroe in the backfield. They'll fake to Monroe, and it's a screen. And that's Monroe. See you later. He's going to score. They just can't get him down. This is one of the most phenomenal backs we've seen in Division I football, and we've seen a lot of good ones, but Hop, these guys, it's like he's got an overcoat of butter. They just can't tackle him.
It's not only the speed that he has, it's the vision and his cutback and able to read his block is something that I have not seen before.
Extra point is good, so that's 35 points now on the board for Del Oro. 5 minutes and 33 seconds left in the half. And as they come to the sidelines, you see their number 8, Humphers, just shaking his head, wondering what has hit them. And I'll tell you what it is. It's the man wearing number 32, Dalton Monroe.
So right now we have 35-9, and we still have 5:33 to play in the first half on our YouTube Game of the Week scoreboard. Del Oro over NU, with Brandon Monroe running all over them. Let's take a look at that replay of Monroe on the screen pass. He takes it at the 50 and makes one cut to beat a tackler. And then he outruns Noxon, gets 5-yard separation on him. And then number 13, Becker, sets up the 4th cutback.
Well, look,
and then Humphers tries to arm tackle him. And he just takes it in, takes on another NU tackler before falling into the end zone. So 5 cutbacks and 50 yards to move the score to 35-9.
Well, if Jim Adams was here, he would be disappointed, as many people in the stands are. NU will take over. Coda looking down the field, finding the ever-reliable Ian Davis, number 24, across the middle. Essentially what they're going to need to do is abandon the running game and throw the football, but that will only work providing they can figure out a way to stop Monroe, who has been an absolute juggernaut, a minor killer tonight.
So far they've had 5 possessions with 5 touchdowns. The Miners haven't been able to find a way to get that punter on the field.
Now there's a flag on the play. The handoff was to Berger. I might remind you, the team you're looking at on the field here, this Del Oro team, was the team that was beaten by league leader Granite Bay 21-7. Second down now and 14. Clock continues to run. 4 minutes and 26 seconds left in the first half. Coda from the gun. Looks over the field. Pump fakes and goes to Monroe. No, I'm sorry, that's Tapia. Or no, I beg your pardon, I'm going to correct myself again. That's Gareth Noxon, number 2. Noxon out there making a great catch, looking the ball right into his body, and then
Coda set up that defense by pump faking. The cornerback bit, which allowed the separation for Noxon's catch.
Coda now over the middle again. A rare drop by Ian Davis over the middle. Davis taking his eyes off the ball just for a second, and it went through him. A little bit of heat put on that ball by Coda. 2nd and 10. Ball on the 31-yard line. Coda dropping back. He wants it all. He's going to the end zone and just overthrows Marks. Marks managing to beat his double coverage. He did have a little bit of room, but Coda needed to drop in a perfect pass to get him and was unable to do so. It'll be third down. There's big Austin Marks. Done a great job this season. Big 6'2" Austin. Going both ways. Later here in the season, they've used him more and more as a passing target. Coda. Offsides, Miners, and it'll back them up now. It'll be third down and 15.
As I've been watching here and watching who is matching up on Austin Marks, who, let me remind you, he's 6'4" and 200 pounds. He is being guarded by Theron Hayford, who's number 3. So keep an eye out for this matchup at 5'9", 160. Obvious mismatch.
Coda going over the middle now. He finds Ian Davis, and Davis finds number 42, Kinrith, Dylan Kinrith. Gives Ian a great big hello and brings up a 4th down and 4. Here's a replay on that one. He's got plenty of time. Del Oro knows they're going to throw the football, finds him right there, and a great tackle. Davis giving his lunch. So Coda's got 1 down left. He's going to try for it, and he finds Davis on the sideline. I beg your pardon, that's Tanner Vallejo. Vallejo coming out of the backfield, catching the ball on the right sideline. And the chains will move to 1st and goal. Miners threatening to score here, 3 minutes and 7 seconds left. They need to punch this ball in if they're going to keep any hope on the table of catching this Golden Eagle team. Go to under center. Vallejo in the backfield. They hand to Berger going to the left side. He has stopped after a gain of maybe 1. Berger running 30 yards sideways and gains roughly a yard. And they'll bring up 2nd down and goal on the 5-yard line.
So Davis is back in the game now.
Not able to run much. I don't think they'll try to run this ball. They're in a tight formation. Marks is in tight. They're going to hand off now. Humphers cutting back. Humphers is going to get a couple. That play, slow and developing, was still very effective. Humphers able to just bull his way for a couple of yards. So it'll be 3rd down still and about 4.5. Miners will take both plays, obviously. Coda waiting to get a man off the field, and here's the penalty. I'm sorry, Hop, but a team that practices as much and been together, a bunch of seniors that have played together for years, they can't seem to snap the football and get plays on and off the field, and it's killing them.
It's a very frustrating thing as a Miner fan, I would imagine, to have their team get into the red zone and to be pushed back. This isn't the first time tonight that we've seen this. Coach Dave Humphers is out on the field talking to the referee, probably trying to get a better understanding of what happened.
Well, what happened was he had 12 guys on the field. Coda spotted the extra player. I believe it was number 24, Ian Davis, that ran off the field, and That would result in an illegal substitution because he was in the huddle. Coda may have been just better off, Hop, just ignoring it, and maybe they wouldn't catch it. Or even better, he could have called a timeout. So either way, what transpired wasn't good.
They need to minimize these mistakes because obviously Del Oro is going to stay on them.
Well, we got 1:47 left here. Now they have third down. The ball has been placed. It's hard to see it from this position. It looks like right on the 10-yard line. So it's 3rd and 10, 3rd and goal. Play comes in from the sideline. I doubt that Coach Humphers will try anything too terribly fancy. Coda from the gun looks over the field. He wants to go to Davis, finds him in the corner, and that's Berger. Berger manages to clear to the left corner and turns around to catch it. Hands facing him. I gotta say, this guy Jake Berger is having the game of his career. He is a junior. We'll see him back next season. And I'll tell you what, right now he is carrying the Miners team. Still in. And he will pump it through. There's another hanky. So we'll see if they're going to re-kick or what the story is with the penalty. It appears that the Miners are excited about this. It's going to be against Del Oro, so they may try for 2. Sill is still on the field. No, that was being overly optimistic. Sorry, Hop. That's against the Miners. Sill will have to back it up and try it again. The snap, and the kick is blocked.
The wheel wobbles on the bus.
Well said. And even though the bus made it at the parking lot, they need to jack it up and look under the hood a bit at halftime. 15-35 is the score. The Miners trailing. And the bad news is they got to take it back to Del Oro.
Let's take a look at the replay here. Let's see if it was a. Oh, this is the pass play. Here we go. This is where he finds Berger. He has lots of time. Nice tight spiral. And another aerial catch by Berger. If you'll remember earlier in the game, he made that catch at roughly the 50-yard line that kept the drive alive.
And there's the scoreboard now. The Miners managing to stay with Del Oro. So the good news is they're only down 20. I don't say that tongue-in-cheek. This team has the ability to come back and score 20 points in a quarter. Sill will pump it into the end zone. But before they can do that, they've got to plug this defensive hole. And that hole is wearing number 32, Brandon Monroe. Del Oro, 1:41 here. Zach Labar changing the play at the line of scrimmage. He will give it to Monroe, who will get nothing.
Brandon Monroe carrying for Del Oro. Stopped by Cameron Townsend. Small loss on the play will make it.
It'll be a loss of about 1. It'll be 2nd and 11. First time we've seen LeBar change the play at the line of scrimmage. Out wide is a draw play to Monroe, and Monroe runs wild up the center. He gets another first down. Quickly, Casey Taylor will take a timeout. Gareth Nixon on the tackle. Clock ticks down under a minute now. No more than one or two plays in the shotgun. Looking out now to the left, hitting his wide receiver. That's Danny Becker out there. Becker, the junior, catching 3 balls tonight. Makes a good catch at the sideline and steps out of bounds. The clock is stopped now at 45 seconds. It'll be second down and about 3. Monroe out to the left, and no one is on him. Long pass play down the middle, and a great running catch. That's Tyler Meter. Meter finding time to turn his whole body, face the ball, and catch it, thumbs together. Here's a replay.
Lots of time again on the pass. And he threw the ball about 45 yards in the air, and the receiver went up and made an incredible catch with Tanner Vallejo. Made the tackle.
So the Miners need to bow their backs here. They've only got 39 seconds to keep this Del Oro Golden Eagle team out of the end zone. If they can do that, it in itself will be a victory for the first half. First down. Golden Eagles have taken a timeout. It's their last, I believe.
And Paul, if the clock does run out, this would be the first time the Miners did not give up a touchdown on a drive.
But 39.7 seconds is an eternity when you have an offense like we have seen tonight. So, LeBar calling plays from the huddle. Split wide out. Michael Moore on the right. LeBar looks to pass, quick pass to the left, finding number 32, and they'll keep him in bounds. No, he will step out. I'm begging your pardon, that's number 13, Danny Becker, catching the ball. Becker stopping the clock, 34 seconds. Gain of 8.
And looking forward to next week, Granite Bay must be some team if they can hold down this Del Oro offense to 7 points.
Right up the middle, Monroe, spinning, twisting, winding. Ian Davis on the stop, 29 seconds left. Everybody in the stands here on the Nevada Union side craning their neck to the left to watch the scoreboard, keeping an eye on that clock, because right now the best defense the Miners have is a ticking clock as they come over to the sideline to talk to Coach Humphers. Del Oro taking the timeout. Miners coming back on the field. I'm sure Coach Humphers is talking about playing for pride right now. You've got to stop this team from scoring.
And the Miners, the last 2 weeks, Cota has thrown for over 300 yards. Prolific passer. Tonight it's a different story.
To the sideline, and another touchdown by the Golden Eagles. That's number 8 that time, Dalton Hudick. LeBar having lots of time, moving to his right, throwing with his right hand, waiting for Hudick to clear, and then making just a great throw and a diving catch. Pumping it through for his 42nd point of the night in the first half. The Del Oro Golden Eagles.
Let's take a look at that pass. Again, no pass rush. Lots of time and an off-balance throw, and the receiver did an incredible job going down and getting that. And that Miner laying on the ground says a lot about the first half.
Miners came in tonight with high expectations.
I think early in the pregame show we were discussing playoffs and we were discussing the importance of this game. And as we look at the scoreboard, Del Oro 21-21 in both quarters here. The Miners giving up 42 points in the first half.
No one would have thought. There's 21 points twice there, first and second quarters. You can see that. YouTube.com.
You can win many games by scoring 15 points in a first half, but you can almost never win a game giving up 42 points in that very same half. I mean, we knew coming in that NU had a good offense, and we knew that Del Oro had a good defense. It looks like Del Oro has one heck of an offense and an incredible running back in Brandon Monroe, the 6'1", 195-pound running back that we've seen a lot of tonight.
So with 23.9 seconds, Del Oro kicks the ball out of bounds. Miners will take over on the 35. Cota coming in with the play from Coach Humphers. And was there movement again on the offensive line?
It looked like maybe a timeout.
I don't know why Del Oro would be calling a timeout at this juncture here with 23 seconds left. Could they possibly be thinking getting the ball back? They must be.
I'm thinking the Miners will try for a long pass, but realistically they may just want to take a knee and regroup, work on some defensive strategies. Because the offense has played well. I mean, other than the penalties.
Well, this last minute of this second half has taken what seems like an eternity to play through. If you recall, Del Oro took the ball with about a minute 30 seconds left, drove the length of the field and scored, was able to kick off, and Del Oro still has 23 seconds left on the clock. Davis, left. Quick handoff up the middle. Looks like Vallejo. So it looks as if that will be the last play of the first half. And it will be.
As I was sitting here thinking about next week's opponent in Granite Bay, they scored 27 points on Del Oro, and NU's on par to score 30 if they can match the first half. it's the defense that is the significant difference here tonight.
And we have seen that all year long, Hop. NU has come up against some teams that have been able to run on them. It's whether it is the defensive line or the defensive backs. You can see the big inflatable helmet of Del Oro along the sideline, as NU will try to go to the locker room and regroup.
There's our scoreboard, YouTube. That's our YouTube channel, YouTube Game of the Week. First quarter, 21-3. Then it pushed it out for a halftime score of 42-15 in favor of the home team, the Golden Eagles of Del Oro. Tough first half for the NU defense. Kyle Cota missed a few passes early on, but he did find his rhythm and found Jake Berger quite often making a great catch, or two, or three for that matter. Taking a look at the cheerleaders there.
So at halftime, we have a score of NU 15, the Del Oro Golden Eagles 42. This is your Touchdown Productions Sports Network. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Jason Hommel from the JH Mint. We have boxes of silver American Eagles that people buy by the truckload to protect their portfolios from inflation. Our new X-ray F-gun can assay your gold ring in seconds. You can contact us online at jhmint.com. We have up-to-the-minute prices available in-store and online, or you can visit us in Grass Valley, down in Auburn, closer to Sacramento. You can also sign up to our email newsletter at silverstockreport.com. Inflation is picking up steam, and you need silver and gold to protect yourself from inflation. You can get silver and gold right here at JH Mint.
The owl has been part of Mill Street for 132 years. The hand-carved Austrian cherrywood bar was built in 1880, and the food has become legendary with entrees including steak and prawns cooked to perfection.
We put 3 new HD TVs in the bar and the lounge area. We're going to be starting a Monday Night Football special. We'll have different specials in the bar.
Enjoy a great meal with family and friends at the new Owl Grill and Saloon. We're at SPD Market in Nevada City asking people what they like about SPD.
I love SPD Market because I know all the people here and I've been coming here for a long time. I do all my socializing here and they're just a great community supporter.
I like SPD Market because it's like coming home and seeing all the people I've known for years.
And that's why people love SPD Markets in Nevada City and Grass Valley.
Are you ready to buy or sell your home or property? Placer Title is your local title and escrow company located right here in the heart of Nevada County. We combine the stability of a national insurer with all the benefits of on-site title and escrow professionals. Being voted the best title company by the union readers for the past 7 years is a true testament to our local roots and unparalleled customer service. Stop by one of our 2 convenient locations and thank you for keeping your business local.
And we're back here on the campus of Del Oro High School, Golden Eagles Stadium, as we see the cheerleaders performing at halftime. And we're going to let Scott Hopper take us for a little walk around the foothills.
And what beautiful foothills they are this time of year. The trees are changing colors, and Granite Bay's on top of the Sierra Foothill League football standings. We have Granite Bay at 3-0. We've been chatting about them a little bit. NU is down 42-15 to the team they play next week, who's the undefeated Granite Bay. And they took apart, maybe not took apart, but they defeated 27-7 the Del Oro Eagles. I'm really 21-7, excuse me. So I'm really interested in seeing that team next week to see really how good they are. Then we have in second place, we have Rockland at 2-1. And as it looks right now, the Miners will fall to 2-2, and Del Oro will move to 3-1 as us solid second place. And then we have Wood Creek and Roseville, who were NU's opponents the last 2 weeks that we saw. They throttled both teams. As I recall, it was a total score of 98-27 accumulative. So but that's what you do to the last place teams in the Sierra Foothill League. If the Miners do anyway. Historically, the Miners are always battling for a playoff spot. This year may be different. At this juncture in time, I would say it's going to be very difficult for them to make the playoffs unless something miraculous does happen in the second half. Let's take a jump over to the Pioneer Valley League. We have Placer and Center sitting at the top, and as we've said, we'll be bringing that game to you next week. They're both sitting at 3-0. We'll try and get a score maybe later on tonight for you. Placer is at Colfax, and Center would be most likely playing Foothill. So it's a 3-0 against an 0-3. We did cover Center last week. Very good backfield quarterback, efficient passer. Both the running back and the quarterback prolific runners. They ran all over Bear River, much like the game we're seeing here tonight. With two guys. Tonight we're seeing one. We have the Bruins halftime score at 14-7 tonight over Lincoln. It's their homecoming game, and we'll try and keep you up to date on that game. We have Colfax, very, very good passing team. Historically, they have been giving up a lot of points. Placer, on the other hand, has been very stingy on the defensive end, and some people are even saying that they very well could have the #1 defensive line in the state of Northern California. Highly touted team. Looking forward to seeing the Center Placer game next week with you, Paul. Looking forward to that. Lincoln, as we've said, they're down at the homecoming game against Bear River 14-7, and Foothill is Foothill. They are sitting at 1-7 overall, and they've dropped 3, and most likely they'll drop their 4th game. So let's switch over to volleyball. We have the Sierra Foothill League. Covered that real quick since NU's not doing real well this year. We have Granite Bay at 8-0. Very impressive if you look at the next column over at 33-5. That is quite incredible. Year in, year out of top-notch program to be expected. Rockland 6-2, 24-12 overall. Del Oro, which we're on the campus of here tonight, 5-3 and 19-7, which also very solid year in, year out, a very good program. Roseville 4-4 and 22-16. The Miners are struggling this year. They're at 1-7 and at 15-20 overall. I don't recall the last time I saw an overall record out of that Miners volleyball team to be underwater like that. We have Wood Creek, again, 0-8, 9-16. We're often seeing them at the bottom there. The most compelling, I think, in the volleyball action has been over in the Pioneer Valley League with Placer and Bear River. We want to congratulate both teams. If they can win their final games here coming up on Tuesday, they will be co-champions of the Pioneer Valley League because last night Bear River defeated Placer in 3 games. It was a complete sweep. Very competitive, I must add. I was at the game. The first time the two teams met, it did go to 4 games, but Placer had them quite handedly. Tonight, or last night, going into the game, there was a setter for Placer that was calling out in the newspaper that they were going to sweep them, and she was willing to bet money on it. The fans at the game last night were quite adamant that that was not going to happen. Very passionate crowd on both sides of the court. Great game, great game. Colfax will jump over to them to Bear River plays on Tuesday for their final action. Never an easy task for the Bruins to go into Placer. It will be on the road. The JV game or the freshman game starts at 4, JV at 5, and the varsity game will be at 6. They stand at 6-3 and 9-11 overall. You've got Lincoln at 1-6, and Center at 1-7, and 0-7 out of Foothill. So obviously the cream does rise to the top. So that is the move around the beautiful Foothills.
Thank you, Scott. Excellent presentation of what's happening here. I didn't know you were so versed in volleyball. 8 ways to watch us here at Touchdown Productions. Comcast Channel 11, Sudden Link Channel 16. Of course, you can wave broadband, ACT-TV Channel 20. And of course, a lot of you like to watch us on YouTube.com. Go to YouTube/user/Game of the Week. We're Touchdown Productions and proud of it. Something else we have been covering during this season, I want to bring you up to date on. The status of Nevada Union linebacker Cole Hannum, a transfer from Marysville who was deemed ineligible by the Sac Joaquin section. The section ruled that Hannum, a senior, had a prior contact with the Nevada Union coaching staff and followed a coach to this program. So there has been a big controversy about that. I'm sure you have heard Jim Adams talk about it during many of the games here. Well, the appeal by Cole and his family to the athletic directors and the CIF committee came back today, and they are going to deny Cole, a senior, an excellent player. Some say he would have been the best player on the field tonight for both teams. They're not going to let him play for the entire season, and that also includes other sports. And I think this is a travesty. Frankly, I think that politics shouldn't play any part of this. This fine athlete, this very nice and confident young man who was going to go to some big college and still may, is going to be denied to play his senior year in football, and I am personally very sad about this event.
I would agree. I don't think that a child should be robbed of an opportunity to play a game that has finite time.
I agree, and he's put in his time. He's put in his time all the way up through the ranks. His parents have made sacrifices. He made sacrifices. It again, something that we are sad to hear. So meanwhile, we're here at halftime. Del Oro Stadium, Golden Eagles Stadium. Del Oro leading the NU Miners 42-15. There's our scoreboard. And this is Touchdown Productions Sports Network. Let's take a break.
Hi, my name's Mark from Swayze's Public Wholesale at 140 East McKnight Way. At Swayze's, we have all kinds of automotive tools. We have all kinds of fasteners, 3 different pitches of metrics. We have safety equipment. And don't forget our glove world. We carry over 600 styles of gloves. If your canopy was damaged this winter, we have all the parts and supplies to fix and repair it or expand it. It's Swayze's Public Wholesale. We have everything you need for everything you do. Open every day, 8 to 5 on the weekdays, open till 4 on the weekends.
Mike Bratton is the neighbor you can count on for your most important insurance decisions, 24 hours a day.
The first step begins with a phone call. Hi, I'm Mike Bratton, your good neighbor State Farm agent, and I look forward to hearing from you. Since 1984, my team and I have been educating clients and developing long-term relationships through personalized and professional guidance on their insurance programs. We will put you in the driver's seat and strive to enhance each encounter you have with us.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
1, 2, 3, 4.
The fun starts at Top This, your premier accessory outfitter for truck, RV, marine, and fishing. Top This is Grass Valley's only outfitter with access to millions of products and the knowledge to help you choose what's right for you. They're serious about outfitting your truck, boat, or RV. As for fishing, talk to Chuck. Top This, your premier accessory outfitter for truck, RVs, marine, and fishing. The Hauser family reminds you if it's round, rubber, and it rolls, then you're sure to find it at Plaza Tire and Auto Service. From regular car and truck tires to small specialty tires for your trailers and golf carts, you can trust Plaza Tire has the tire for you. They stake their reputations on it every day. Plaza Tire and Auto Service. Auto repair done on your schedule, not theirs, in Penn Valley, Nevada City, and in Colfax. And of course, brought to you by Touchdown Productions, the foothill leader in sports television. This is Gil Dominguez saying thanks for joining us tonight, and be sure to stay with us after the game when we announce the Bill Slade and Sons Trucking Player of the Game, created by Stuckey Engravers. Once again, the Touchdown Productions sports team will select the most deserving NU player and honor them with a beautiful plaque made by Stuckey's. So stay tuned after the game for the Bill Slade and Sons Trucking Player of the Game Award, created by Stuckey Engravers, and coming up immediately after this exclusive telecast.
So that's Stuckey Engravers, the Bill Slade and Sons Trucking Player of the Game, and we've been talking about it, Hop and I, trying to decide who the candidates will be here. First half candidates for NU. The name Berger keeps popping up, and we're not talking about the double kind with cheese. We're talking about Jake Berger, who has had a career game tonight, number 17, making catches and tackles. One of the few bright spots of this NU minor team in the first half. So
I go ditto on that. He's made 2 spectacular aerial catches that were critical for the Miners to stay in this game. At 42-15, I'm not saying they're staying in the game, but he was involved in significant plays.
So we'll keep an eye on Jake. Other names that could pop up, of course, always Kyle Cota. You can put his name in the hat. Ian Davis every week is a perennial player of the game candidate. We'll keep an eye on that here as the Miners are about ready to go out for the second half. Let's see if Coach Hovers can come up with any kind of defensive scheme that can plug some of the holes that have been developing so far.
I'm not thinking that they're going to drop 84 points.
Don't even say those words. We're being handed an electric blanket now. We're up here in the stands, and it's starting to cool off here in the stadium. Mercifully, Gil Dominguez, our producer, sent a blanket up for us. There we are. We're all bundled up. There we are. Good to see you out there. And here's our blanket. We'll pull it up over our heads, and we'll pretend that NU is winning, and this blanket's going to get super hot. So they're about ready to kick off the football again. Here we go. NU will be kicking to Del Oro.
Well, let's hope that the blanket warms up like the defense.
And the scoreboard shows the score of 42-15 Del Oro, who so far tonight doesn't show any sign of a let-up. They're taking timeouts with less than a minute on the clock, trying to get the football back. Up by 28 points. Sill on the field. And he will pump it into the end zone to get this started. The Golden Eagles will take over on their 20.
Golden Eagles start 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line.
No reason to believe that the Golden Eagles are going to come back with anything different. Their game plan so far has been flawless. Brandon Monroe has run right through this defensive line. Tight set formation, straight handoff left side. Monroe heading for the sideline, gets some room, cuts inside, and only gets about 35. Jake Berger on the tackle.
Berger having a nice game on both sides of the ball tonight for the Miners.
Miners have had their highlights this year. Looking back now, I'm thinking of the Grant game that they came in and took it to Grant High School. First down now and 10. Monroe on the right side this time. Monroe able to outrun the defense. Espinoza on the tackle. First time we've called his number tonight.
Dylan Cainrath is the major ball carrier for Del Oro historically. He's carried the ball 100 times this season, while Monroe has only touched it 82.
And Monroe takes the pass out, and for the first time we've seen Humphers tonight coming out and making the stop for a loss on the play. Flag on the field.
It looked like Del Oro finally made a mistake. It looked like number 15, Dylan Morey, hit a Miner in the back after the whistle blew.
So we may have an unsportsmanlike conduct call. It will be a personal foul, unsportsmanlike conduct, 15 yards. So it'll be second down now and 20. Zach Labar coming in with the play from the sideline. Labar, quarterback all night. He's under center. It's a draw. Monroe stopped, and it's Humphers on the play again. Humphers and Vallejo. You know, Scott, I'm being corrected now. I believe that may have been number 42, Dylan Kinrith, carrying the football that time. So we have now there's Dylan. We have a fourth down. And for the first time, we will see the Golden Eagles punt the football to NU. There's some confusion on the field. I think they're confused about the fact that they've actually got to put the punting team on, and they may have thought it was third down. 9:56 left in the third quarter. You can see on the screen above you there's the crowd of pink laden. Look at them jump up and down there. Having a good time tonight.
Look at that.
To be in high school again, huh, Hop?
That would be good. I'm not sure I would show up with a pink mohawk, though. I wasn't that guy.
Well, I would. So it is fourth down now and about 18 yards. The Eagles will drop back and punt the football. Back to punt, number 2, Skylar Rand. And to receive, it will be Zach Vallejo and I believe that is Berger. Officials still out there on the field discussing something. And a flag now will go down. Coming in trying to block the punt, that would be number 14, Espinoza. And Espinoza, not only did he miss the football, but he found the punter. And there will be a penalty flag running into the punter, and Del Oro will keep the football, it would appear.
Let's take a look at that. Oh, okay. Punter takes the ball. Let's take a look at what if Espinoza. Oh, he did get him. And there's the referee looking straight on. Got a good look. I would agree.
Now this is only a 5-yard penalty in high school, so because it was 4th down and long, it doesn't result in a first down for the Eagles, so they will punt again. Rand gets a good punt off, and it is fielded cleanly by Ian Davis. So the Miners will take over. And for the first time tonight, managed to hold the Eagles to something other than a score. Coda coming back in will lead the offense. 9:36 left in the third quarter. Still plenty of time in this football game. Coda calling back Tanner Vallejo for some help as far as defending and keeping out the defensive line. Throws a quick pass to the sideline. Marks the receiver. And we have more laundry on the field. We've got a penalty, and it will go against the Miners. Five-yard penalty will result in a 1st and 15. And Coda will start over. Same play back to the sidelines and Marks. Marks able to get about 6 yards back to about the original line of scrimmage. Marks not able to get out of bounds. Clock will continue to run.
It looks like Del Oro may have brought their second unit defense into the game. I noticed that Brandon Monroe is no longer out there on the field.
Looking to go long across the field, finding Ian Davis. Davis, a perfectionist on running his routes, finds his way between 2 defenders and catches the ball beautifully. Great pass by Kyle Coda. Here's a replay on that.
Again, lots of time. Threw the ball about 45 yards. And Davis into double coverage, makes a great grab.
Back to live action. Coda getting away. He's going to run with it now. Pulls it down. Nice gain on the play. Enough for another first down. And there's movement on the sidelines here for NU. Coda has not run the football very effectively this year. We were talking about that earlier. He has run it 46 times this season before this game for a net yardage of 37 yards. So, and that would be because many times he runs behind the line of scrimmage to try to get away, and I think they charge him for a run. Coda back again from the gun. Looking down the field, he's got room and a receiver, but misses Gareth Noxon.
Coda has a very strong arm.
And very accurate. It wouldn't surprise me that we see him play in at least the junior college arena after high school. you like basketball, Coda is also an excellent basketball player.
I'm looking forward to the season, and they could be decent here this year.
Coda looking down the field, looking to the end zone, and the ball is being wrestled away. It's it's being called incomplete now. Marks trying to make a diving catch in the left side of the end zone, unable to rally that football. Hop, do you have a score of the Bear River game?
I do. It's there's 4 minutes to go in the fourth, and it's 24 for Bear River and 14 for Lincoln. So it's not out of reach, but it's nearing that time. That's Bear River 24, Lincoln 14.
So no big surprise there, Bear River taking Lincoln. Now a play right up the middle. This is Vallejo. And the big man runs it right up the gut to score for Nevada Union. So there's something to cheer about here as you see the sidelines.
That's Vallejo's number 7, his 7th touchdown on the season.
And they'll set up for a Sill extra point. This one is up, and it's good. 22-42. Nevada Union finding a little bit of life right up the middle with Tanner Vallejo. There's your scoreboard.
Yes, it is. Their YouTube scoreboard game of the week. Check in tomorrow morning. We'll have a replay. If you're seeing this game, it's the replay. And the score is 42-22.
Now let's watch the fine running here on the replay of Tanner Vallejo. Finds just a little bit of daylight, but once he gets past the line of scrimmage, he splits the defenders. And he's just like a horse heading for the barn. He is a big man who can run, and we're seeing him outrun the two defenders. That's number 11, Zach Labar, the quarterback, and number 3, Thyron Hurryford. And here's the kick. Sills, long, and it will be returnable. Monroe with the football, number 32, and he cuts back, and Monroe needs to get down, and he is horse-collared, slammed to the ground. Brandon Sills, the kicker, is not going to let him get back and return a 100-yard kick on him, and Sills brings him down hard.
That was an impressive tackle.
It was.
Not that you want your kicker making a living that way.
Labar under center, given straight back, and it's stopped immediately by NU. Some hoots coming up from the sidelines as they're dropped for a 1-yard loss.
This looks like a different Miner team.
We've seen this before, Hop, in games in the past. They will have one quarter where it is a Jekyll Hyde affair. You don't know what's going to show up, but when Hyde shows up, this team is fantastic. Labar under center. Fakes the handoff. He's rolling out, getting some pressure, and another great catch by Del Oro. They have made several today. That is Mateer, Tyler Mateer coming across. We've seen him catch several balls tonight. Noxon coming in to make the tackle, but look at this guy, Labar, coming across. Doesn't put it necessarily in a very good position to catch it, but Mateer goes up and makes the fingertip grab. 1st and 10. Straight handoff. Monroe getting nothing. And since the beginning of the game, Hop, I didn't think I'd use that sentence in the same line. Monroe getting nothing. He has run through this defense, and they have got his number now. He hasn't gotten much at all in the second half.
Dave Humphers must have given one heck of a halftime speech.
Second down. Rolling to his right, lots of time. Now he's going to try to run and runs out of bounds before he gets the first down. Zach LeBar. Didn't see him run much in the first half, although he really didn't have to. He's going to face third down and about 6.
Getting back to Tyler Mateer, he's 6'4", 190, and he's a junior, so we'll see him again next year.
Third down, big third down play here, third quarter, 5:32 left. Miners need to hold. Pass play is broken up. And again, the Miners hold. Something we didn't see the entire first half. Miners defense able to force a punt, and the number 2 ran back on the field to punt. There it is. And this time they don't make the sensational catch. Miners come across. That looked like Tanner Valet out there in the flats to break it up. So back is Berger. Fair catch call for by Vallejo, and he'll fall on it at about the 16-yard line. I beg your pardon, that was Ian Davis.
It was an intelligent call. He had 2 Del Oro players all over him.
Bearing down on him. So, Kyle Cota.
Let's take a look at the replay again. Intended receiver was Tyler Mateer, who's been very consistent all night, and the ball just looks like it might have gone just through his hands.
So Kyle Cota will get another shot here. Plenty of time left in this football game. Cota from the gun, looking down the field. That's number 10, Jason Murray, and Murray, the junior, picks up some yardage.
And
here at NU, there is some life. Murray looks at the sideline and says, come on, let's get this thing rolling, down 20 points. They're going to move the chains, which will stop the clock. Cota comes to the sideline. I don't know what they fed him at halftime, but they need to save that recipe for the next game. Cota under center. Straight up the middle, that's number 10, sidelines. No, it was actually number 17, Jake Berger. Fake up the middle and send to Berger on. He will pick up 5 yards. From our vantage point here on the sidelines, it's very difficult to see across the field. We're not very elevated, so it's a little bit of a guess sometimes. Or at least that's the excuse I'm making. Cota, second down and 5, looking to throw. Throws long out here. Looking for a flag on the play. Austin Marks being shuffled around as he goes up for the football, but it looked like a clean play to us. It'll be third down and 5. Marks was open, Pop.
He was open. He was being defended by Dylan Cainrath, who is their leading ball carrier. And there's their big boys up front.
So third down, I can't imagine they're not going to go for it on 4th, so 2 down territory. Berger out left, and Big Marks goes up and picks one off. Austin Marks goes up as if he was slam dunking a basketball, plucks it out of midair and moves the chains for the Miners.
There was a blitz. Let's take a look at replay. Let's see. There was a linebacker blitzing on the weak side.
Look
he had
at him
to get
go
rid
up
of
and
it
get
quick.
that ball.
That's a big man.
Around the left side, up the middle now. Murray. We don't need any penalties, so Murray needs to get up and he needs to just get back in that huddle. Doing a great job tonight, Jason. Second down and 10. This is the area of the field where the Miners have had problems with penalties. Let's see if they can get into the end zone this time for the second score of the half. 3:19 left in the third. Over the middle, great pass play. Cota threading the needle and hitting Humphers over the middle. It'll be third down and about a yard.
And it is difficult to see up here, so I'd like to put a shout out to Daniel Paddock, Paul Town, and Remington King. You're really giving us a great angle to see the game from here. Thank you, guys.
Cota going to try and get it himself and will. Quarterback sneak effective. Picks up the first down. After the ball was spotted, he ended up needing only about a foot. Manages to get a couple of yards, so Cota will have first down. In great field position, the Miners need to get in. Handoff up the middle, out to the left, coming around the outside. That was Jacob Friel moving the flags again, and we'll have first and goal. This is Tanner Vallejo range right here. You may just want to give it to the big boy and let him get you a couple of yards. And Cota will keep it, faking to Vallejo, and he will keep it, but he'll be denied. But the ball will be second down and about a yard. Good call. Everybody in the stadium expected Vallejo to carry that football, the big fullback. Cota faked into the line, driving off tackle, just couldn't find the extra yard. Second down. NU threatening. Straight up the middle, Vallejo. It'll be third down. He can't be farther than about a foot out. I'll bet they try that same play again. Hard to believe that they actually could stop Tanner. There's the football. You can see they've got about a foot to go, and there is silence on the Del Oro sideline. They give it to Vallejo. He'll inch his way, and it'll be fourth down. He doesn't get it.
The front line for Del Oro has done an incredible job tonight against the run.
Well, the clock is ticking down the last seconds of the third quarter, and all of a sudden this football game has gotten very interesting. But right here, this play right here, right now, needs to happen for NU. Cota gets in. He's driven. Hands are in the air. We haven't got an official signal yet. It's a touchdown.
Wow, this game has turned around.
Nevada Union coming out in the third quarter and scoring twice.
And stopping Del Oro on two separate drives.
28-42 now. And they'll go for an extra point. 9.6 seconds left in the third quarter. And the most deafening silence is coming from the Touchdown Productions truck where Gil Dominguez is shocked. There's a penalty on the play here. I believe we'll be kicking this again. It will be offsides on NU. Now, NU has only managed to kick through 2 of these extra points tonight. Sill will easily have enough leg to reach this, but they need to be able to protect him. They got through and blocked one. Here's the snap down, and good. 29-42. The Miners, let's take a look at that YouTube scoreboard. Once Gil Dominguez's tiny little fingers have updated it. We were talking about NU and about giving up, and on a Coach Dave Humphers team, there is no give up.
So there we go. We have a goose egg in the third for Del Oro when they jumped out to a 42-15 half. The Miners at halftime have turned this game around.
Well, let's face it, Hop. Here's a replay of that final touchdown, and they didn't get it by much. It's a scrum. He is probably still crawling towards the end zone as we speak now, as they're pulling players off the top of each other, but it was officially a touchdown by an inch. Here's the kickoff. And Sill put a little leg into that thing. There will be no return. One more time, let's watch this NU touchdown. It's straight back. Cota puts his helmet on his offensive lineman and just drives in there. Didn't need a lot. Took the officials time to sort it out, but it was 6 points. NU back on the defense.
And there's our scoreboard. We're sitting at 42-29 at the end of the third.
In the backfield, Monroe under center, Labar giving it on the outside. Here's Monroe getting about 7. The NU defense says, don't come out of halftime and try to mail this one in. We're going to have something to say about it, and they have. 13 points now, the difference in this football game as we end the third quarter. The fans here at Nevada Union have come to life, standing and applauding as their team comes to the sideline.
So those missed extra points could come into play here in the fourth if this game continues down this trail. And I do have an update on the Bear River. I have a final for you, and that is 24-14, Bear River over Lincoln.
Listen to them around us. They love their Miners here, and the Miners are showing signs of life. And so while we're taking that moment.
Okay, on Thursday, November 1st, the United Way of Nevada County is presenting an evening out at the Owl Grill and Saloon in Grass Valley. 25% of the proceeds from your dinner will go directly to the United Way. So we'll see you this Thursday at the Owl Grill and Saloon for an evening out with the United Way of Nevada County.
Golden Eagles on the offense. Handing straight off. That is Monroe. Wiggles his way down. Second down and about 5 now. Hank Humphers on the tackle. Nothing like a turnover now. I'm sure that's what Nevada Union and the Miners are thinking. They're thinking about a fumble. They need a turnover here, or a 3 and out. Quick pass out, flag on the play.
Large pass is complete to number 13, Danny Becker, but there is a penalty flag on the play.
And it looks like it's going to back up the Eagles. Currently at his second down and about 8, and it looks like this is going to back them up 5 yards, so it'll be now 2nd and 11.
The story here is the tale of the two halves. The first half was clearly Del Oro. The second half, the Miners look spirited, and things seem to be going their way, including the penalties.
Monroe in the backfield, being handed the ball on the left. Stopped immediately. In on the tackle, Jason Murray and Tanner Vallejo coming in, and he was the bologna in the bologna sandwich that time, being sandwiched on the right side, and it's now 3rd down and 11, and we're looking at a possibility of a 3-and-out here for the Eagles. No pink t-shirts jumping around on the Del Oro side now. Back to pass. LeBar throws it out. No one there. And again, we see a 3-and-out by the Eagles. Their punter is back on the field. Hop, I don't know what happened at halftime, but let's not say anything. Maybe it won't stop.
That's why I think that's a wise move. I was going to say something about the penalties down in the red zone again, but I held my tongue.
So they'll snap, good snap, and they're going to try and block the punt. They don't need to. It's not a very good punt. NU players running away from it wisely, and they'll down it at about the 45-yard line. So Kyle Cota will come back on the field with 10 minutes and 15 seconds left in the fourth. Momentum has switched to the side of the Miners.
They're starting out with excellent field position. Cota.
Let's look for Ian Davis here. They're calling Coach Humphers the sideline. He's going to need to take a timeout, or he's going to end up having too much time to get this play in. Quickly to the line, Cota takes it, fakes the handoff. He wants to go outside, and ball is almost intercepted. Good play that time by number 42 on the defense, Kinrath, the junior linebacker. Cota had plenty of time to throw that football. He's got to keep his patience. He can't throw it into a crowd. Looking down the middle of the field again, and that should draw a flag, and it does. Pass interference will be called on the Eagles. It's Hudick. Looks like he came in here, and it is a pass interference on Hudick. So they're moving the football now 15 yards. It'll be a first down, and the Miners are staring right down the gun barrel into their end zone.
The crowd is certainly, their energy has changed significantly.
Miners. Cota under center. Hands off to Vallejo, who just falls and gets a couple. Now he's holding his thigh. It looks like maybe he's cramped. He didn't get a chance to really extend, and he's, yeah, it's a cramp. You can see that. Nothing worse than a cramp, huh? You don't want Vallejo having this problem right now. We need him on the field.
You often think earlier in the season guys get cramps, and later in the season you don't often see it as much. What if the cold weather has something to do with it?
Good hydration has a lot to do with cramping, and he needs to get a little bit of water on the sidelines, and then he needs to stretch it out. He'll have to come off for one play, and he is getting a drink of water. So we got 2nd down and 10. Cota in the gun. He looks. He's going to try and get away up the middle. Doesn't get back to the line of scrimmage. So the Eagles have decided to bow their back, and the defense has come back on the field with a vengeance. They know now that they're Only 2 scores away from losing this lead and a football game that should have been in their pocket when they came out at halftime. Caught on the sideline talking to Coach Humphers. Humphers sends in the play.
I do notice that Brandon Monroe, he's back out on the field on the defensive side now.
Cota looking over, threads the needle, and it's knocked out of the hands of Davis. Davis thought he had the reception. And just at the last minute, an excellent play comes in. That's number 3, Hurryford. And it brings up 4th down. You won't see a punter on the field for NU. This 4th and 12 play may be the play of the football game so far. 9 minutes to play.
Let's keep an eye on Marks. He's been a popular spot in it when he's in a jam.
That'd be a good call, Hop. Looking over the field, throws it all the way down the field. There's no one there. He wanted Berger, but Berger had not made the move up the field. He was an out and up. Had Berger been able to get to that point, there was no one there, but unfortunately, NU gives it up on downs. Defense will have to come back out and do the job again. Clock stopped at 8:52. And here come the Eagles. Miners will be thinking about hammering the ball out. They'll be tackling the football. Straight up the middle and down on his back. Monroe has found nothing to run through this second half. Hop, what team is this?
You know, this game,
did they put new people in these jerseys?
Great question.
Where did this football team come from? It's a different team this second half. The Miners coming out on defense with a vengeance.
They could have very easily come out in the second half and just laid down and died, but they are spirited.
Now Monroe slipping and falling, trying to go over the left side. It'll be 3rd down. Still too early in the game to be thinking about timeouts, but it's 8 minutes left on the clock. And whereas we tried to end the half for the Miners as quick as we could, now it's the other sideline keeping an eyeball on the clock with 3rd down and long. The Eagles finding themselves in the same position the Miners were just in from the shotgun. Here's LeBar looking over the field, over the middle. Wide open is the receiver. Catching the football is Mateer. A lot of white uniforms around him. Mateer just found himself a seam and he was fed the football beautifully. Hop, watch this replay.
Take a replay here. See, I think part of the problem tonight is that the quarterback has not felt any pressure. I don't recall a sack. I don't remember him hitting the ground at all, which is giving him great time and visibility down the field. We're here. He had the opportunity to find Tyler Meter for the 1st down and keep the chains moving.
Well, with a breath of life now after that 1st down, they're going to give it back to their bread and butter, and there he is. Number 32 touching the ball again for what must have been about the 25th time tonight, Brandon Monroe. We've got number 74 down, Eli Butcher. He's down on the field. Stop. Eli, cornerstone of the defensive line. Virtually irreplaceable. They're looking at his right knee.
And he's a 5'10", 250-pound senior.
Oh, this just breaks my heart. I can't believe they're looking at his knee. Eli, 2-year starter. You can tell that he's in some pain.
It has to be hard to be a parent and watch this, you know, if this is your son.
Crowd here on the sideline has gone absolutely silent. Eli, a very popular player on the NU team. And when you start looking at knees late in the season like this, now this is a heartbreak. Big crowd around Eli on the field. You can see here the team has taken a knee on the sideline.
And you get a good shot there, number 65.
Here they're going to get him up, and they're going to get him over there. Mafucci over there to help him out. But he can't put any pressure on that knee at all. That may be his last play as a senior. That happened to me as a senior. I was hurt in practice right before a championship playoff game, and to this day I regret it. That's Eli Butcher right there. Fine 2-year starter for the defense on NU. Back to live action. We got 1st and 10 now. Eagles threatening. Monroe looking for some room in the middle, doing what we know now as the Monroe dance, trying to find a hole, finds nothing, and it'll be 2nd down and 10. Jason Murray on the tackle. Clock continues to tick, 6 minutes and 32 seconds. I would have to say that any score here will douse the hopes of the NU sidelines. They need to stop the ball right here or even get some kind of a turnover. Monroe tries to make the turn, cuts upfield, but only manages to get about 3 yards. 3rd down now and 7. Certainly within field goal range of most kickers at this level. Big play, 3rd down. Fake handoff, looking to throw the ball, plenty of time. Got some room to move, throws the ball, and it's incomplete.
The ball went right through Ian Davis's hands in the end zone, which would have hurt him.
Davis managed to hold the defender at bay, 5:43 left. They'll put the field goal team on the field. 13-point game right now. This obviously would make it a 16-point game. Bad snap, but the ball is set and good. Excellent job. The holder managing to dig it out. Skylar Rand pumps it through. It was Mason Humes that managed to act like a shortstop, fielded that bad snap, put it down, and Humes was able to give Skylar Rand enough of the football to pump it through. So, 5:39 left in the 4th quarter. The Eagles scoring a field goal in a drive that took almost 8 minutes off the clock. But the good news for the NU fans is they're back on the field here and the offense will get another shot. So, Hop, what do you think they need to do here? If you were the coach, what would you be doing with 5:39 left?
I think I'd be passing the ball. I would be spreading the ball around. Obviously, they've been keying on Davis all night defensively. He's done a nice job. Coda has finding Jake Berger and working Austin Marks when available. I think Coda's done a nice job tonight.
He has certainly done that, and we'll be talking about that and the player of the game as this comes to an end now. Short kick, it's another spinner over, and Marks will take it again. Marks is going to try to get something out of it, finds a little bit of room, but comes back to the center of the field. So Kyle Coda will be looking for Marks and his favorite receivers. They have to score quick enough where they've got enough time to get the ball back again. They do have their entire regiment of timeouts. Let's see what they do here. I can't imagine they're going to be running it. No, they throw the ball to the outside. That is Berger catching the ball beautifully and then getting out of bounds to stop the clock.
Nice job of clock management here. Right now the clock, 5:27, is their biggest enemy right now.
Second and about 3. Coda, the field general, talks to Vallejo in the backfield. He's probably talking about helping him get time to throw the football, and again, getting out of bounds. They will stop the clock. That's Marks. The Eagles apparently are going to give them the 6 to 7 yard pass on the outside there, and they're just going to take it. Only 10 seconds has transpired since they took over the football. Clock running. Coda looking for the long ball and finds the middle of the field. There's Berger, and it's intercepted. Coda wanted a little bit too much at one time, threw it into coverage. The Eagles back in a zone defense collapsed in on Berger, who was cutting to the middle of the field. Berger had a chance at the ball, but there was too many defenders in front of him. There's the replay.
He threw a long pass over the top, and he threw into what looks like at least double coverage, and it was Zach LaBarre who came up with the very critical interception late here in the fourth quarter.
And you know, looking back at it, Hop, the LaBarre came in and just took that football away. They're going to be conservative now, but no, Vallejo comes right on through and stops Monroe. They're going to have to start using their timeouts pretty soon. Let's watch this replay again. You know, he took this ball away, Hop. He did throw it into triple coverage, no doubt. But Berger was there. This is a beautifully thrown football with not too much air under it. And now watch him come in and just take this ball away.
You're absolutely right.
I thought Berger had it when that ball was completed, and before you turn around there, Zach LaBarre, the quarterback, helps his own cause. Back to live action.
It's not often that you see, say, your star tailback and your star quarterback playing both ways. I mean, often you do see the running back doing that, but the quarterback, you don't often see him playing.
Golden Eagles going to take as much time off the clock as they can. If I was Coach Humphers, I'd be taking my timeouts. They're letting it wind down to the bitter end. No sense in playing any faster than they have to. Over the left side, Jason Murray making the tackle on Monroe. And that results in a Golden Eagles first down, and a lot of people now here on the sideline who just a few minutes ago had hope are starting to see the air come out of the balloon. And now there's a penalty on the field. Too much time taken off the clock. The 5 yards doesn't make that much difference to the Eagles, but stopping the clock does. The clock should not have started, and they have started the clock. After a penalty, you don't start the clock. Coach Humphers is protesting on the sidelines. Why the clock is running, we don't know, but Coach Humphers now is going to go back out on the field and demand that they put some time back on the clock.
While we have a break in the action here, I was taking a moment and looking around and trying to find Eli Butcher on the sidelines, but I don't see. Oh, yes, I do. He is standing up, which is a great sign, thank goodness.
But look at Coach Humphers. He's in the middle of the field right now demanding that they put 10 seconds back on the clock. There was a penalty on the field. The clock should be stopped after a penalty, and immediately they started the clock. So he's got the line judge over there and the head ref. And I got to tell you right now, they're not exchanging recipes. 10 seconds is critical at this juncture of the game. Coach Humphers knows it. We've got ourselves second down and long. If they can stop this play and take a timeout, it is conceivable, and you can come back up with the football. The head referee isn't budging, it doesn't seem.
I just read Coach Humphers' lips, and he's asking for 25 seconds.
Well, I think that's overly optimistic, to tell you the truth, Hop. I think it was more like 8 to 10 seconds, but still.
I guess in this case, it doesn't hurt to ask.
2 minutes, 50 seconds are showing currently on the clock. Ball is on the 35-yard line. Big play of the fourth quarter was the interception by Zach LeBar that stymied the drive that Nevada Union had come up with to try to bring this to within one score. Had this team shown up in the first and second quarter, Nevada Union would have been leading. The defense has all of a sudden become very stingy with yardage. Monroe, who had his way with this defense in the first half, has gotten virtually nothing. So it does not appear that time will be put back on the clock. Eagles hand off. Number 32, that's Monroe. He slips and keeps it in bounds. The last thing he wants to do is run out of bounds, and Nevada Union will take one of their timeouts. Hop, how many timeouts do they have left? Do you know?
It feels like they should have 2, but I don't know exactly.
It doesn't show up as a light on the scoreboard, so we're not really sure.
And that is a very impressive scoreboard, I have to say. I mean, Jumbotron at a high school game?
It's a good one. So now with third down and long, Coach Humphers decides to take a timeout. He's going to squeeze this for all he can get. And I don't blame him. Stranger things have happened. Miners down 16 points here. Many people thought that this game would be much more lopsided than it is. Miners showing up in the second half with a defense. And now it's going to be the biggest defensive play of the game, 3rd down and 12. If they don't make it, I'm wondering if they will actually go for it on the 4th down and give them the ball with some field position. They may do that just to sacrifice some time off the clock. Eagles back on the field. LeBar on the sideline getting a play from his head coach, Casey Taylor.
Last time they were in this situation, quarterback went to Tyler Meter over the middle.
Here's the play. He fakes the handoff, looking around the field. He's got lots of room. He finally goes down. LeBar goes down, and NU will take another timeout. It'll be 4th down, and they'll be forced to punt. We have seen Ian Davis take punts back this season. On a couple of occasions, he is an excellent punt returner. I can't imagine that the Eagles are going to punt the football at him. They will probably try to punt the ball out of bounds. Davis will go in as the returner. Back also with him will be Berger. Berger on the left, Davis on the right. Miners look like they're going to try for a block. Let's see if they set up for a return. Low punt. And it will not have a return. Great bounce for the Golden Eagles, and they'll down it at the 19-yard line. So Kyle Cota and the Miners will have their work cut out for them. Not a whole lot of time left on the clock. They'll need to score quickly. We've got a score now coming in. Placer leading Koufax 28-7, so it looks like Placer, that is a final score now. Placer will finish off Koufax. So here's Cota looking downfield, being rushed. Almost a great one-handed catch down there by Vallejo, who was using his left hand to fight off the defender and his right hand to catch the football. It'll be 2nd down and 10. You gotta like the grit of these Miners. There is no give up in any of them. They came in at halftime. They could have rolled over, but I'll tell you what. They came out here and they said, let's get back in this football game, and they did. Cota looking for a quick pass down the sideline. He'll find his favorite receiver tonight. That is Marks, catching the ball and rolling out of bounds to stop the clock. Chains will move. Still just over 2 minutes to play. Cota asking for a play, now figures one out for himself. My guess is he's going to go back out to Marks on the left. Next week will be the last home game for the Miners. It'll be senior night, and they will be facing Granite Bay. There it is right there. Right now, we do plan to cover that game, although there has been discussion about also covering the Placer Center game, and And that would probably be a battle of the unbeatens. If that is the case, then Hop Hop Hopper and myself will be there to cover that game. We just got the word from Gil Dominguez in the truck. We are going to go to Placer next week. Marty Mortensen will be left in retirement, and Hop and I will be doing that game. So here it is. Kyle Cota in the gun, looking downfield. Fires for Marks and instead gets an interception, but there are flags on the play. Clock ticks down to 2 minutes and 2 seconds, and looks to me like we're going to get a pass interference call. Hereford was the defender. Let's see what the call is. They're discussing it. And it will be pass interference against Del Oro, so there's still life. 15 yards will be marched off. Ball will be placed on the 48. And about the time you think this game is over,
they
hope
are finding a way.
There's hope. It would be one of the most spectacular comebacks in the history of NU if it ever happened. Cota looking over the field. Now he's going to decides to run. Doesn't find any room. They're going to have to get back and spike the ball quickly. Receivers are out, and they're not making it back to the line of scrimmage. Marks out here on the sideline hasn't figured it out. He's got to get back, and there he does. Was having a conversation with his defender. Finally, Cota gets the ball and downs it with second down. It'll be 3rd down and 10. Minute 41. He's going to have to go to the sidelines. He really doesn't have the time to go to the middle of the field. They may try to go for the long ball right here. Del Oro not going back into a prevent defense. They're not in a zone, so Cota is able to throw the football up, and it's incomplete.
Cota's pass intended for Austin Marks.
Austin Marks, the target, as the ball falls out of bounds, incomplete. And the Miners, for this game, effectively are down to their last play. 4th down and 10. Here it is. To the sidelines. He catches the ball and steps out of bounds brilliantly. Ian Davis.
Great awareness of where the first down was, where the out of bounds line was, and to catch the ball.
He goes and turns a quick button hook, goes out 11 yards, needing only 10. Button hooks, catches the ball, steps out of bounds, and says, okay, let's do it again. Cota looking over the field, needs to find a receiver or get out of bounds. He's down the sidelines, and he gets out of bounds. Another first down. And we've got a flag. There is yellow on the sidelines. I have a feeling that is where you're going to get offsides, and it is against the Miners.
Seems like every week there's a lot of flags.
Yeah, it has been that way. Cota, first down and 15. Going to try and get a lot. That one is incomplete. Looking for Austin Marks again, and ball falls short. Second down and 15. Back to the line of scrimmage, and all of us now we've got the final timeout being called by Del Oro. I'm not exactly sure why he would burn his timeout here. I guess he has one left. The astute coach Pucci from Koufax once told me while we were doing a basketball game, if I got a timeout, I'm going to use it. I'm not going to leave any of those in my pocket, and that may be the thinking of Casey Taylor on the sideline for Del Oro, bringing his team over, giving him a chance to water down and take his last time out. So, Hop, here you're the first time you've worked with me as the color analyst. I'm going to allow you to make the decision on the player of the game. Who is your choice to get the Stuckey Engravers Player of the Game award?
I think I'm going to stick with my halftime bet, and that is Jake Berger. I thought he had a wonderful game tonight on both sides of the ball. I don't know if this is the first time for him, but it's not going to be even a factor in my decision making.
That's a good
Great
choice.
game, Jake.
I think Jake had a wonderful game, the best game he's ever played, certainly that I've seen. As we see Kyle Cota going down the sideline, he needs to get out of bounds. He goes inside rather than out, making a decision to go towards the middle of the field and get more yardage. He needs to get on the ball now and spike it. Clock is stopped while they're moving the chains. Out of timeouts, though. NU comes to the line of scrimmage with 1:08 left. Cota looking long. He's going to throw the ball down the field. Finds a receiver in the end zone. It's a touchdown. And that is Garth Noxon. Cota waited and looked right at Noxon. Noxon managed to get rid of his defender, move to the inside, and catch the ball with 59 seconds left. Hop, we were falling asleep 30 minutes ago. Where did this come from?
It's cold, and I'm under a blanket, and they sparked it up.
They're only 10 points down now. They need the 2-point conversion if they're going to stay in this football game. So this conversion right here is everything.
Incredible.
Cota over the ball, needs 2 yards, needs the conversion, waits, looks, throws, and it's incomplete.
Mathematically,
they're done. And Cota knows it. What a great comeback, though. What guts, what moxie, what determination. There's your scoreboard. At halftime, we were looking at 42-15, and the scoreboard right now shows 45-35. Here's a replay on that.
Let's see what happened.
Now watch Knox on the top of your screen here. He looks and he looks at him as if he's communicating. He looks and he stays looking. He doesn't need to do anything because he's got no defenders in his face. Throws the ball up to the inside, and
the defender just stopped.
Noxon turns around and says, "Oh, wait, I can catch this, can't I, for a touchdown?" The defender gave up. You're right, Op.
I guess he thought the game was over too.
Well, there's going to be an onside kick. You got to know that Sill, who we have seen kick onside here a number of times this season, is really quite good at it. The object is to get the ball to bounce up high after it's passed about 8 yards and giving an opportunity for the offensive team.
They need the ball
To pick it up. Let's see if he gets it. Ball's in the air. Spins ball.
Oh, they got it.
Get the ball. They're going to get the ball. What a lick was put on the defender. Holy cow. Number 21 tried to field that football, and Troy Klein took a lick. I am hoping we have a replay of that, Mr. Dominguez. Here it comes. Now let's take a look at this.
Who was it that delivered that blow?
Here, you can watch Sill. It is a perfect onside kick. Ball bounces straight up in the air. And right there, it's a spinner. Now it's legal right here. And watch this hit. Wow. They get it back. It was Humphers. Number 8, Humphers, comes in and puts it on him. Back to live action. 52 seconds left. The team that needs 10 points in the span of 52 seconds is on the field looking down the gun barrel out to the outside. Davis goes inside, needs to go outside.
Ooh.
Not a good decision. Back on the ball quickly. Burning 9-10 seconds that shouldn't have been burnt. And now it's a timeout.
What?
And for some reason, the Del Oro sideline calls a timeout. We may have just seen a brain cramp on the sideline over there. Coach Casey Taylor is over talking to the sideline official. He's the one that called the timeout. And there may have only been 10 players on the field defensively for Del Oro.
There must have been something seriously wrong.
Yeah.
For them to stop that clock.
To stop that clock, you bet. Because after Ian Davis caught that football, he needed to step out of bounds, and he was thinking yardage and not thinking time. So he went to the right where he should have been to the left out of bounds and killed that clock. It took them 7 or 8 seconds to get back to the line of scrimmage. Cota wanted to spike the football, but with the timeout, it wasn't necessary. So, second down and long. Tanner Vallejo, the intended receiver. And there's a flag on the play. This game never is going to end, Hop.
No.
It's
Del Oro made a mistake. Holding.
Defensive holding penalty against Del Oro. It's going to give a 15-yard reprieve to NU. Look at Cota on the sideline, looking at Coach Humphers. He's saying, give me a play. We got time, Coach. Looking into the end zone, finding nothing. Another flag and another reception. That's Marks, and Marks does manage to get out of bounds, but before that, we've got Laundry on the field. It's holding against NU. And Hop, there has been more laundry on the field tonight than you'd find at a Chinese laundry. My goodness. Penalty after penalty.
Not that there's ever a good time to get a penalty, but this is not the time you need it.
It has been ugly from that standpoint, so they're going to march off. The 15 yards that they just picked up is going to go back the other way now. 26.9 seconds left in this football game. Cota looking downfield to the middle. It's throwing it incomplete. He was going for Davis. He needs to throw into the end zone now. There's no time left for him to be throwing short. That ship has already sailed. He needs to be throwing it into the end zone. They need a score.
Should be a.
And with that play, 80 points of offense accumulated between the two teams, and the clock will go to 0. And that, actually there's 2.9 seconds left. And another penalty on the field. My goodness. Have you ever seen so many flags? Most of them going against the NU Miners.
These referees have thrown more pitches than Kane in the World Series.
I like that one. Yep, there's Casey Taylor, and he is not a happy Cowboy right now on the sideline. Although he's going to come up with a W, and that's all he really cares about. When it's all said and done, they're going to look at this line score, this box score in the newspaper is going to look like 35-45. They won't know what kind of football game we've actually seen here the second half. Look at the line score there. Del Oro only coming up with 3 points in 2 quarters after dominating play. 42 points in the first half, 3 points in the second half. Nevada Union, it looks like they trucked in new players for their defense the second half, and Del Oro decided to ship off their offense. Who would have thought when the second half started? And for the last play of the game, Coda, they're going to look for a flea flicker or something here. I don't see the band coming out on the field, but they're going to keep it going, and there's a fumble now. He's going to pick it up, and this game's over. And a round of applause comes from the crowd here around us. They know they have seen something special. Their NU Miners may not have come out on top, but they can hold their heads up high as the Miners go down 45-35 and effectively have put themselves out of the playoff hunt for 2012.
I will compliment the Miners in their effort tonight of not giving up. Many people who left the game at halftime, I think they'll be very surprised as they see the show tomorrow and say, wow, they scored 35 points and they only gave up 3 in the second half. Tale of 2 different halves tonight. Jake Berger, great game tonight. I want to compliment you.
Number 17, Jake Berger, he is our player of the game tonight.
As we can see, both teams shaking hands. Both played a great game.
There's the Bill Slade and Sons Trucking player of the game, number 17, Jake Berger. And it would be my guess that we'll see his name again on those trophies next year. The junior will be coming back. This has been Touchdown Productions Sports Network. We'll be right back to finish it off.
Hi, I'm Jason Hommel from the JH Mint. We have boxes of silver American Eagles that people buy by the truckload to protect their portfolios from inflation. Our new X-ray F-gun can assay your gold ring in seconds. You can contact us online at jhmint.com. We have up-to-the-minute prices available in-store and online, or you can visit us in Grass Valley, down in Auburn, closer to Sacramento. You can also sign up to our email newsletter at silverstockreport.com. Inflation is picking up steam, and you need silver and gold to protect yourself from inflation. You can get silver and gold right here at JH Mint.
The Owl has been part of Mill Street for 132 years. The hand-carved Austrian cherrywood bar was built in 1880, and the food has become legendary with entrees including steak and prawns cooked to perfection.
We put 3 new HD TVs in the bar and the lounge area. We're going to be starting a Monday Night Football special. We'll have different specials in the bar.
And enjoy a great meal with family and friends at the new Owl Grill and Saloon. We're at SPD Market in Nevada City asking people what they like about SPD.
I love SPD Market because I know all the people here and I've been coming here for a long time. I do all my socializing here and they're just a great community supporter.
I like SPD Market because it's like coming home and seeing all the people I've known for years.
And that's why people love SPD Markets in Nevada City and Grass Valley.
Are you ready to buy or sell your home or property? Placer Title is your local title and escrow company located right here in the heart of Nevada County. We combine the stability of a national insurer with all the benefits of on-site title and escrow professionals. Being voted the best title company by the union readers for the past 7 years is a true testament to our local roots and unparalleled customer service. Stop by one of our 2 convenient locations and thank you for keeping your business local.
So we're back on the field here. You can see the players for the Golden Eagles surrounding their coach at the end of the end zone. As we have a final score here, the NU Miners 35 and the Del Oro Golden Eagles 45. The Bill Slade and Sons Stuckey Engravers player of the game will be number 17, Jake Berger. We'll be right back. This is the Touchdown Productions Sports Network.
Hi, my name's Mark from Swayze's Public Wholesale at 140 East McKnight Way. At Swayze's, we have all kinds of automotive tools. We have all kinds of fasteners, 3 different pitches of metrics. We have safety equipment. And don't forget our glove world. We carry over 600 styles of gloves. If your canopy was damaged this winter, we have all the parts and supplies to fix and repair it or expand it. It's Swayze's Public Wholesale. We have everything you need for everything you do. Open every day, 8 to 5 on the weekdays, open till 4 on the weekends.
Mike Bratton is the neighbor you can count on for your most important insurance decisions, 24 hours a day.
The first step begins with a phone call. Hi, I'm Mike Bratton, your good neighbor State Farm agent, and I look forward to hearing from you. Since 1984, my team and I have been educating clients and developing long-term relationships through personalized and professional guidance on their insurance programs. We will put you in the driver's seat and strive to enhance each encounter you have with us.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
1, 2, 3, 4.
The fun starts at Top This, your premier accessory outfitter for truck, RV, marine, and fishing. Top This is Grass Valley's only outfitter with access to millions of products and the knowledge to help you choose what's right for you. They're serious about outfitting your truck, boat, or RV. As for fishing, talk to Chuck. Top This, your premier accessory outfitter for truck, RVs, marine, and fishing. The Hauser family reminds you if it's round, rubber, and it rolls, then you're sure to find it at Plaza Tire and Auto Service. From regular car and truck tires to small specialty tires for your trailers and golf carts, you can trust Plaza Tire has the tire for you. They stake their reputations on it every day. Plaza Tire and Auto Service. Auto repair done on your schedule, not theirs, in Penn Valley, Nevada City, and in Colfax.
So we're back here. It will be senior night next week at Granite Bay. We'll be in the house for NU, and it will be the last game of the season. Come on out and watch the NU football. And if there is a playoff, they obviously will be on the road, but we'll have to wait and see how that develops. Your executive producer, Gilbert M. Dominguez, the one, the only. Remote coordinator, Daniel Paddock. Camera operators, Remington King, Daniel Paddock, and Paul Town. Thanks, boys. Good job tonight. Announcers. For Jim Adams, the voice of NU football, it's Paul Brown tonight. And I was joined by Hop, Scott Hopper. Office manager, Lynn Dominguez. Remote Facilities, the Commander 2. Technical Equipment, Grass Valley, 50 years of TV innovation. And of course, Touchdown Accounting, Cinto Graziano LLP. Player of the Game Award, thanks so much to Bill Slade and Sons Trucking and Stuckey Engravers for those great awards. The boys really appreciate them. And of course, the scoreboard sponsor, YouTube, the Game of the Week channel. Order your DVDs. We've got them here for 1,500 different games, and watch us 8 different ways. It's right there in front of you for Paul Brown, Gil Dominguez, Scott Hop. Good night, all.